Today we are taking a look at Madoka Kaname from Madoka Magica the movie Walpurgisnacht Rising. This is the Madoka Kaname figure by Banpresto. Madoka Magica is a magical girl series known for combining emotional character drama with a darker fantasy story. Madoka Kaname stands at the center of that story, and she is strongly associated with kindness, hesitation, courage, and the choices that shape the fate of the characters around her. Today's highlights are the carefully sculpted hairstyle, the new magical girl outfit design, and the dynamic pose. The first highlight is the carefully sculpted hairstyle. The bangs are separated into many small sections across the forehead, with shorter strands near the center and longer strands falling closer to the sides of the face. Around the sides of the head, the hair, ribbons, and hanging ribbon parts overlap in clear layers so the head area does not feel flat from any angle. On the back, the layered hair sections, braided details, large ribbons, and long hanging parts all sit in different positions, giving the hairstyle plenty of detail even from behind. The second highlight is the new magical girl outfit design. The white chest area, pink bodice, large front bow, gold chain, and padlock gather around the center of the torso, giving the upper body a clear vertical focus. The sleeves also have several small changes in shape, with rounded white parts, pink bands, white frills, and gold bands around the upper arms. Around the skirt, the pink surface is divided by white diagonal lines, while the white band, pale yellow frill, and white frill stack outward in layers, making the outfit feel detailed from the torso down to the hem. The third highlight is the dynamic pose. The arms spread outward from the body, and the open fingers extend the movement from the chest toward the hands. The legs point in different directions under the wide skirt, with one leg extending downward and the other bending backward. The large ribbon at the waist also spreads outward over the skirt, so the movement continues through the hair, arms, waist ribbon, layered skirt, and feet. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The face has rounded cheeks and a small open mouth, giving the expression both surprise and softness. The eyes are wide open, and the brown pupils include fine inner lines and white highlights, making the direction of the gaze easy to read from the front. The outer edges of the eyes are strongly defined, and the broad white areas and rounded pupils are clearly separated, so the expression naturally gathers around the eyes. Several short lines are placed on the cheeks, and together with the rounded shape of the lower face and the small mouth, they create a youthful impression. The nose projects slightly from the center of the face, while the mouth is kept small with a thin red edge and a small opening, so even in close-up, the expression stays gentle rather than overly strong. The hair falls forward from the forehead in many narrow sections, overlapping the upper part of the face. The bangs are shorter near the center, while the strands toward the outer areas fall closer to the cheeks, wrapping around the face. Beside the face, longer hair sections drop near the ears, and behind them, the hair gathered toward the outer side of the head overlaps in layers. Large pink ribbons are attached on the outer sides of the head, sitting over the hair and widening the silhouette around the head. From the side, the order of the parts is easy to read. The hair closest to the face, the hair flowing outward, and the hanging ribbon parts appear in separate layers. From the back, the hair is divided into many short sections that fall downward, with each tip narrowing into a finer shape. Near the base of the hair, braided sections are visible, and the ribbons and long hanging parts overlap above them. This gives the back of the head a dense arrangement of details instead of a flat surface. The back of the head also has a zigzag parting line, making the change from the rounded head surface to the hanging hair sections clearly visible. Around the neck, a red band wraps around the collar area and connects to a red bow on the back. The white chest piece drops straight down from below the neck to the center of the torso, with small gold buttons arranged vertically along the middle. A large pink bow is layered over the chest, and at its center, there is a pink ornament framed with gold. Below that ornament, a gold half-circle piece overlaps the bow, guiding the eye from the knot of the bow down toward the center of the torso. Farther below, a gold chain and padlock sit over the front of the body, crossing the torso and gathering near the center. The torso is divided clearly between the white chest piece and the pink bodice, with a thin gold band running along the boundary between them. Down the center of the pink bodice, a white frill continues vertically, while the pink surfaces on both sides frame that central line. This creates a straight flow from the chest toward the waist. The edges of the white frill have small raised details, and together with the round buttons, they add small points of detail to the center of the body. Near the waist, the gold chain rests over the pink bodice, and the padlock hangs near the center, making the lower part of the torso feel visually connected to the chest decoration. The arms include rounded white sleeves at the outer shoulders, with pink bands and white frills layered below them. The ends of the white sleeves have small pointed edges, clearly marking the change from the rounded sleeve shape to the bare arm. A gold ring-like band appears on the upper arm, creating a narrow border between the sleeve area and the skin. The gloves cover the hands from the wrists to the fingertips, and the wrist edges have small, jagged details. Each finger is separated in an open shape, and together with the outward angle of the arms, the hands extend the light movement of the pose away from the torso. Around the waist, a large pink ribbon is placed over the upper part of the skirt, with wide surfaces spreading outward from the central knot. The lower edge of the ribbon overlaps the skirt, appearing as a large separate shape over the rounded skirt surface. From the back, the ribbon takes up much of the waist area, and its broad parts extend outward before the skirt layers continue beneath it. This makes the waist ribbon an important part of the lower body silhouette, rather than just a small decoration. The skirt spreads widely from the waist with the pink surface, white band, pale yellow frill, and white frill stacked in layers. On the upper pink surface, white lines cross diagonally and divide the wide skirt area into smaller sections. Closer to the outer edge, a darker pink border runs along the skirt, and below it, the pale yellow frill appears in a wavy line. Beneath the yellow frill, the white frill overlaps in several rounded waves, continuing inward and creating depth under the skirt. In the closer views, the white frill is not just a single thin edge. It folds inward in repeated layers, giving the underside of the skirt a strong sense of volume. The legs are arranged in two different directions, with one leg extending downward and the other bending backward under the skirt. The white socks and red shoes appear below the skirt, connecting the lower body to the bright color accents used in the outfit. Around the ankle, a red band is placed so that it connects visually with the red strap shoe over the foot. The shoe has a rounded toe, and the red surface runs from the front of the foot toward the ankle area, making the change from the white sock to the red shoe very clear. On the bent leg, the red shoe comes out diagonally from beneath the skirt, giving the lower body a separate direction of movement from the leg that extends downward. This figure is approximately 19 centimeters tall. That's about 7.5 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Madoka Kaname by Banpresto stands out because this figure combines a gentle expression, pink hair with large ribbons, a detailed magical girl outfit, and a lively pose that guides the eye naturally from top to bottom. The face leaves a soft first impression. The wide eyes, brown pupils with fine inner lines, and small open mouth create a slightly surprised feeling, while the short cheek lines and rounded face keep the mood gentle. The hair strengthens that soft presentation very effectively. The bangs are divided into many small sections across the forehead, with shorter strands near the center and longer strands falling closer to the sides of the face. Around the head, the large pink ribbons widen the silhouette, and from the back, the separated hair sections, braided details, and long hanging parts keep the hairstyle interesting from multiple angles. The upper body works well because the costume details are gathered clearly around the center. The white chest piece, small gold buttons, large front bow, gold-framed ornament, chain, and padlock create a strong vertical line down the torso. The rounded sleeves, pink bands, white frills, gold upper armbands, and white gloves keep the arms visually connected to the outfit, while the open fingers help the pose feel light and active. The lower body gives the figure much of its movement. The large waist ribbon sits over the upper part of the skirt as a separate shape, and the skirt opens widely with white diagonal lines, a white band, pale yellow frill, and white frill layered around the edge. The red shoes and ankle bands add a clear accent at the feet, and the bent leg gives the lower half a stronger sense of motion under the skirt. What makes the figure especially effective is the way all of these elements connect. The eye can move from the face to the front bow, then down through the chain, padlock, waist ribbon, layered skirt, and red shoes without feeling stuck in one area. Because of that, fans of Madoka Magica or Madoka Kaname will likely enjoy this piece very much. Collectors who like magical girl outfits, large ribbons, layered skirt designs, and gentle but lively poses should also find it a very satisfying addition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.